So, Melissa, what do we know about Lecornu? And, you know, he's being handed quite openly this poison chalice. Can he do it?
Lise, Emmanuel Macron in this appointment has certainly gone for loyalty, Issa. This is one of the very few ministers that have served in so many of his governments ever since he took power in 2017. And yet he came from the political right, through traditional French right. So this is another appointment of a centrist or just right of centre politician. And it'll be really interesting to see already a lot of the reactions pretty negative from the far right, from the far left, as you'd expect, but also the reactions from the moderate left, with whom he will have to govern if there is any chance that he manages to put together a government that can take on that question of how to get through the country's much needed budget cuts. So he has a daunting challenge. There will be a lot of disappointment on the left that the next Prime Minister was not chosen amongst their ranks. There had been a lot of hope that he would. But this is a politician slightly to the right of even François Bayrou. So an interesting pick. Clearly, the French president believes this man can cobble together that group in the centre of French politics, traditional right, traditional left, and the centre to try and get those changes through. But as you say, the clock is ticking. We look ahead by the end of the week to the question of whether one of the big ratings agencies might downgrade France, given those worries about its looming budget crisis. And then, of course, there's the street. Tomorrow we'll have this protest, industrial action as well. The plan for many of these protesters to block the economy for the day. They're likely to be further angered by the name of this Prime Minister. A lot of them are believed to be from the left. And then there will be more strikes on the 18th of September. So there is a period of popular unrest coming up at a very difficult time for the new Prime Minister of France, Sébastien Lecornu, as he tries, first of all, to cobble together a government that is sufficiently inclusive that he can make the changes he needs, and then try and push through the budget that several have tried and failed to address before. Issa.
So a Macron loyalist doesn't seem like he's changing tact here, Melissa. What has been the reaction then? What have you been hearing just in the last few moments, given the fact that, you know, many were hoping perhaps he would move away from, you know, not a centrist, maybe someone from the right, maybe someone from the left here?
Many were looking for change. You're quite right. And you hit upon an important point, that so much of the popular anger that I mentioned a moment ago, but also the anger that was expressed with a lot of the heckling that we saw yesterday in the French Parliament by lawmakers as they listened to Françoise Bayrou's last-ditch plea. A lot of that anger comes from the fact that there is a great deal of focus on Emmanuel Macron himself, on his position so far, on his policy or suggested policy changes, on the way he's led the country since 2017. And by choosing someone not only who jumped ship to join him in 2017, has served loyally ever since, rather than looking for some kind of departure, it will be tested, as I say, in the next few days and weeks by lawmakers, but it will also, and you can expect this, be challenged by the street. Issa.
Yeah, indeed. We shall be keeping an eye on those protests tomorrow. Melissa, as always, thank you very much indeed.